So he carried me out to the barn and threw open a big barn door, and there were about 12 trail bikes. And he said, grab you one. He cranked up one and took off, and I tried to keep up with him. And you know, that's been the story of my relationship with him ever since. I can't keep up with him.
There's no reason why you can't have fun and get the job done at the same time.
You know, Dad's always had this Barnum and Bailey, P.T. Barnum piece of DNA in his makeup. It's easier to write a check to buy a big full-page ad in a newspaper, no question about that. And that's what our competition does. But I think what we've had, you know, historically in our culture as an organization is doing some things that other people just wouldn't dare to do.
You'd open that large Lincoln truck and you would find several cases of books. Next to that would be a case of Be Our Guest cards, and they would be hand-signed, mind you. He personally hand-signs a Be Our Guest card. It's the proper way to do it, and he dates the expiration date, so there's a personal touch there. And then there would be several cases of mini moo cows that he could distribute. There'd be brochures about Chick-fil-A, perhaps our annual message. He would have brochures on Camp WinShape and the camping programs. He may even have a few Chick-fil-A premium items like pencils or T-shirts to give as well. So he is prepared to do storytelling. Just like he has on his own person. In his coat pocket, he'll always be equipped with something to give away. You can't sell from an empty cart.
I was riding up the escalator with him at Atlanta Hartsville Airport, and we were the first ones on the escalator. He looked back and saw, looked like hundreds of people going up the escalator. He had a sack of cows that he had given away, so he started throwing, you know, Chick-fil-A cows, you know, down to the folks at the escalator. And of course, it creates a lot of, you know, hoopla and excitement and so forth. So he still sets the standard, you know, relative to promoting it and being the brand.
Well, I remember Dad saying to operators that you need to go out there and act like you're the mayor of your town. Everywhere you go, people need to recognize you as Mr. Chick-fil-A or Mrs. Chick-fil-A. Wear your Chick-fil-A tie with pride, wear your name tag with pride, and be willing always to give a sample.
He'd proceed from the gate agent to down the gangway onto the plane. He'd find the flight attendants. You've had your Chick-fil-A today, haven't you? And he'd just work his way through the plane. And many times he would stop and hand each person on that flight a Be Our Guest card. And so he loves to do that. And he just exudes that part of his personality.
If you follow Truett around, just spend the day with him, he will wear you out doing this stuff.